What up, tubers, and welcome back to another sealed pre-release early access event here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/numot for all your Magic card needs. So, another one of these sealed early access pre-release events. Again, I'll go over it every single time, but it looks like we're going to get access to effectively your paper pre-release on Arena. As you can see, Mardu, Sultai, ABZAN, Temur, and Jeskai. You will be able to choose one of those clans, and you're going to get 2 seeded packs in addition to 4 regular packs, which means seeded packs are going to be basically all in line with the clan that you chose. So we've done Mardu and Sultai so far to pretty good result. We're going to choose ABZAN this time. And again, this is going to be like your pre-release experience where you get to choose a clan. As you see, we get 2 packs of whatever clan we choose, plus the 4 of the regular ones. So let's open up and see what we've got. Okay, remember, we chose ABZAN, so a little bit unfortunate for us that we've opened so many blue cards. And yeah, 5 blue cards is unfortunate. I have to guess that 2 of these were from our seeded packs. Let's just go down the road, down the line. 2-mana enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3. Then if your library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment and put 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your library in any order. That is a combo player's dream and not for limited. Naga, Fleshcrafter, 4-mana clone. You have this copy of any creature on the battlefield. So a lot of creatures these days say copy a creature that you control, but no, this is a true clone, and it has the renew ability, which is a new effect that we see on creatures where you can exile them from your graveyard to have some effect. This one puts a 1/1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Yo, that is juicy. All right, white, sorcery, 4 mana. Look at the top 7. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanents with mana value 3 or less from among them on the battlefield. Put the rest on the non-creature, non-land permanents. So that is not meant for construct or for limited. Wow, we are getting unlucky. Okay, the Yathin Road Watcher, ABZAN and 1 for a 3/3 when it enters. If you cast it, mill 4. When you do, return a creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, nice. Very good value, 4 mana 3/3 here. Warden of the Grove, 3 mana 2/2. Beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Okay, so this thing will win the game very fast if you do not kill it. You say you play it on turn 3, it turns into a 3/3. If you get to untap with the Warden and play any creature, that creature is either going to enter with 3 additional 1/1 counters, which you probably don't want to do, or it makes a 3/3 token. And that number is just going to increase as the Warden sits on the battlefield. Like, if you play this on turn 3 and then you follow up with 2 2-mana creatures and just make 2 additional 3/3 spirit tokens, I have a hard time believing you can lose that game. Yeah, that is very, very strong. All right, Meringue River Regent. So a lot of dragons in this format have the Omen ability, where you can cast some effect for a cheaper amount, but then the card shuffles into your library. Or, of course, you can just play it as the creature side. So the Omen here is draw 3 and discard 1. That's good. And then it's a 6 mana, 6/7 flying. When it enters, return up to 2 other non-land permanents to their owner's hand. Wow. That's insane in Momir as well, for the record. But yeah, that is just a very good 6-drop. Flamehold Grappler, Jeskai 3/3 first striker. When this creature enters, copy the next spell you cast this turn when you cast it. You may choose new targets for the copy. So you're supposed to presumably sandbag this until later on in the game to where you can get an additional copy of a spell. That's pretty sweet. Can always just cast as a 3/3 first strike for 3. Temur Battlecrier, not ABZAN. Temur for a 4/3. During your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. Okay, so it already reduces the cost by 1 itself. Pretty cool. Well, a lot of our rares were not ABZAN, but I am going to just, I did this in my last pool as well, just look to be ABZAN. I'm not going to look at any of the blue or red cards. We're just going to want to look at ABZAN, because we're still going to have, 3 Sandstep Citadels, for example, for fixing, and probably a bunch of the ABZAN multicolor cards, including the Skirmish Rhino. Very nice. So, I will say for right now that even when I've opened a specific clan before, I don't always end up in that clan, but I'm just going down the line, so we're going to force the ABZAN here. It would be the most likely choice anyways. The only thing that you could consider would be splashing, right? Because splashing is generally pretty easy when there's so much fixing in the format. These monument cards are really good. This is the third one I've seen. They all search for a basic of whatever clan they are, and then they all make a creature. Just very good. This one's a 5/5 elephant. Mardu makes 3 1/1s with haste. ABZAN makes an XX. I don't remember where the X is, but yeah, just pretty sweet. Okay, anyways. 1 mana 2/1. Whenever this attacks, you may pay 2. If you do, it endures 1. Okay, that is just a great 1-drop. Sheesh. Wow, that is going to go into cubes and stuff. That's a nice 1-drop. 2 mana 1/2. When it enters, endures 1. Okay, so it's a 2 mana 2/3 or 2 mana 1/2 plus 1/1. You're going to need some kind of synergy for this to be worth playing. 2 mana for a 1/2 and a 1/1 is not on the surface very good. 2 mana 3/1. Whenever a creature you control dies while this is in your graveyard, you may pay 2. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. Doesn't say non-token either. When anything dies. And I have 3 of them. That's pretty cool. So there's an exhale ability, or rather a card of every color. They're all good removal spells. This one is specifically attacking or blocking, so it's a little bit worse, but still playable. Pump and card draw is usually playable. Maybe on that. Whenever you cast your second spell, put a 1/1 counter on this. Scry 1, maybe. This is the Oblivion Ring. When this enters, exile 2 cards from a single graveyard, and it has the tap ability. Those cards are generally fine. We'll see. 4 mana 3/3 flyer with mobilize. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land. No, just bad. 4 mana 3/4 that can return a non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. We do have enough of those, probably. Let's look for black. Here's the black exhale card. Just -3/3 is great. So I've seen 3 different Dragonstorm cards. I, again, assume it's a cycle. It almost certainly is. The white one's insane. The white one makes 2 2/2s and returns to your hand whenever you have a dragon enter. This one, not as good. But I guess it depends on how many dragons I end up having at the end. Sack another creature, put a 1/1 counter on this. Really good with mobilize. We'll see. Not a big fan of this type of card, but it's generally fine. 3 mana 2/1 lifelink with endure 1 is probably okay. I do not like this Omen Dragon. Yeah. Alright, let's go to green. Here's the green exhale removal. It's good. 2/2 vigilance that can destroy an artifact or enchantment's good. 3 mana 4/2 with renew is fine. What is this one? Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control, then it deals damage equal to its power to target creature and opponent control. So nice. Good card. More 1/1 counter synergies and graveyard stuff. There's the Warden. 4 mana 4/4 reach with renew of 2 1/1 counters and reach. Very nice. Oh yeah, this one's sick. 5 mana 3/2, but when it attacks or enters, it endures 2. So you can play this as a 5 mana 5/4 or a 5 mana 3/2 and get a 2/2. And then if you get to attack with it, it endures 2 again. It's another card that can quickly take over. Sagu Wildling's pretty solid. Lay of the Land for the Omen, and then later on it's a 3/3 flying, gain 3 for 5. 6 mana reach, 6 mana 4/4 reach, enters as a 7/7 reach, or with a 3/3 token. It's decent. 3 mana 3/2 menace. Whenever one or more counters are put on a creature you control, if it's the first time, put a 1/1 counter. So it adds a 1/1 counter. That's great. So ideally, this is just white, black, green, casting cost, instant, exile, target permanent mana value 3 or greater. Good. 3 mana, ideally, 2/2 that enters and puts a 1/1 counter on something and has the same effect when it dies. It's solid. Rhino. Yathin. Lie in Wait. That is a decent card. Return a creature from your graveyard to your hand. From your graveyard to your hand. Lie in Wait deals damage equal to that card's power to target creature. If I had an easy blue splash, I would certainly consider that. What is this? 2 mana, 2/1. When it enters, you can search your library for a basic. Then you can put it on top. If you control a dragon, put that card onto the battlefield tapped instead. I generally don't like the cards like this that put them on top, but that ain't terrible. How many dragons do I even have? Oh, 2. That's not going to be very relevant. And I'm not playing a 3/3 flying Vigilant Surveil 1 for 5. Nor are we playing that. Okay. Fixing-wise, we have quite a bit of land. Again, I don't know for sure, but my assumption is you're going to get one of your tri-land for each of your seeded packs. So you're generally going to have 2 of them, and then you can even open one in one of the regular 4. But so far, I have not had fewer than 2 of the seeded clan tri-lands. So that's my assumption there. Okay, 36 cards. We're going to need to cut 13, maybe 12 if we're lucky or feeling frisky. Exhale, I have not been impressed upon by, but I think Rebellious Strike's probably our easiest cut. I don't think we're going to need this kind of trick. Yeah, we're not playing the Corroding. So all of my other... this is a lot. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 removal spells. That's very good. Where are we going from here? What is not cuttable? Don't think I'm cutting that. Definitely not cutting that. Too versatile to cut those. In fact, these might even let me run 16 lands, because having 2 of them, we're frequently going to be able to, yeah. So 16 lands is probably on the menu here instead, which means I can cut 9 cards. We're not cutting that. Not that. This is probably cuttable. 3 of my 2-drops come back anyways. And it's non-land, so I can't return lands. Yeah, that's a cut. This is filler if you don't have much to synergize with Mobilize. So that's a maybe cut. Tapper is probably not necessary. Bomb. This is a little bit of synergy, but not amazing. Same thing with the Champion of Doosan. I guess this is filler as well. That's filler. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to cut 3 more. Yeah, this is not good enough. We only have 2 dragons. In sealed, I'm not huge on 1-drops, but this is indeed a really good 1-drop. But I think I'm fine cutting that. And then, yeah, maybe just the champion. I like the Sage of the Fang because the doubling of counters actually seems kind of good in our deck. We have a decent number of ways to put extra 1/1 counters outside of the champion that I'm cutting. Okay. Solid ABZAN. We're going to go with 16 lands. We get 2 Jungle Hollows, Blossoming, 3 Sandstep Citadels, and then 10 basics will be the round out. So we need a lot of green, especially because of the double, what's it called? Roost Seek. Oh yeah, and greens are easiest by far. 3, 6, 7, that's 9 green sources with only 3 forests, but let's go up to 10. 3, 6, 7, 8 black, that might be too much. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white, that is certainly too much white. 3, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's black goes down, white goes up. Cool. So far, every sealed pool I've had, this being my 3rd one now, has been a really solid curve plus a lot of removal. I guess the fact that each color gets one of the exhales means you're very likely to open some amount of removal in your pool if you're going to be going 3 color, right? You should at least get one of your colors exhale effects, and here you see we have 4, so let's submit this and go on to our ABZAN pre-release kit. Alrighty. I go first. This does not look like a keepable opener to me. No black. Yeah. Nothing to do there. How about this one? This is good. I guess I'm gonna pitch the Caustic Exhale here, as the knockout maneuver has too much synergy with our Successor and our Warden. If we find a 3rd land by turn 3, assuming it's not tapped, oh yeah, we're sitting pretty here. So 2/2 Vigilance that can blow up an artifact or enchantment. Do I lead on the Warden? Or do I go with the Successor first? I guess let's go for a crazy high upside and let's play out the Warden. If they don't kill it, it's going to be game over. Damn it, they just hit black. Ah, that sucks. Alright, good beats. Well, they just played out their black, I should say. Yeah, I assume they're going to be able to kill one of my creatures here, but I don't have a better play than just to attack, right? I mean, I guess I'm not going to run into the white exhale and just attack with a leopard here and say go. 3/2 flash, sack another creature. This gains indestructible until end of turn. Tap it. So that's good with the yeah, the mobilize cards. Attacking tokens you control have death touch. Very nice. Yeah, we want to grab a land here. Let's go grab a 2nd white source. Then the wording on this is whenever 1/1 counters are put on a creature you control, if it's the first time, put a 1/1 counter on that creature. Punch here. So notably, it's not adding an additional counter, right? Had I knockout maneuvered with my 2/2, it would have dealt 3 damage to their creature and then turned into a 4/4. Opponents can't cast spells during your turn and mobilize 2 on a 1/3. Decent. Three mobilize 1. When it enters, target creature gets +1/+1, gains indestructible until end of turn. Okay. Let us see. You know what? what? I think I'm just going to play out a flyer here and say go. What I could have done is detained like their reigning victor, and then attack with my 5/4, which has menace. They would have to double block and be a 2-for-1 trade, but I think we're going to hold the detainment for a bigger threat. Opponent only has 1 card left in their hand as well, so feeling good about our chances here. And it is a Krumar Initiate, 2-mana 2/2 with black X, pay X, this creature endures X. Oh, that is really good. That's a crazy nice common, or uncommon. Double removal spell now. Well, might be too good not to double removal spell this turn, huh? I guess we don't need to. If they're paying X life to endure, that's probably not good enough. Okay. Target creature you control deals damage you lose power to target creature. Planeswalker. If a dragon was beheld, surveil 2. Yeah, send me the dragon. Alright, that was effectively a draw 2. Those are both tapped lands. If one of them was an untapped land, I might still keep it, right? For our Dusyut Earthcarver. Oh no. I already know the joke's gonna get that Dussy. Gonna get that Dussy Earthcarver. Okay. Enough of that. Alright, our opponent scooped it up. They must have drawn a land. Good start. We continue the beats. Alright, on to the next game. All of our colors. Good enough opener for me. Tap land into Forest 2-drop into tap land 2-drop. Fleeting Effigy. 2/2 haste. At the beginning of your end step, return it to its owner's hand if it's on the battlefield, and then 3 mad to pump it up. So that's going to be maybe constructed quality. It's probably borderline. Probably not quite good enough constructed quality. Close. I'll say close. Sure. Blue-red. So they could be Teamer. I'm guessing, though, if they're running that effigy, they're probably Jeskai. Jeskai wants to be casting multiple spells in a given turn, and that's a good way to enable it. In fact, maybe I was supposed to trade with it? Well, no, it's just too good. They can hit me for 2. I gotta hit them back for 6 here. And we drew the Papa Rhino, huh? Okay. I was debating if I wanted a Wildling for a land, but we don't have anything to do with the 5th mana right now, and if we just naturally draw a 5th, we can just cast this out as a 3/3. 3/4 trample for ABZAN. ETB Drain 2. Baby Rhino has been Twin Maw Storm Rooted. This card's really nice. Had it in my Mardu pool. 2 of them in my Mardu pool for the first sealed I did, and it's just so good. Roast / 6/5 flyer that gains 5 is crazy. They did not do anything, so they must have the 5 damage effect here. It's not an exile, though. Yep, they do. And they reveal the dragon, so they get to gain a little bit of life, even. That's... this is bugged currently. For some reason, it's not showing you what their omens are, but this is the Rummage one. The discard, draw 2. For 2 mana. I guess it's doing that because it's only showing the dragon that was beheld. But yeah, kind of funny. Ooh, I get to return my other one back, don't I? Oh, no, that's an exile! Deals 5 damage to a creature, add Jeskai. If that creature would die, exile it instead. Oh, that was good for them. It looks like they are doing the Omen, the flush out. Discards Messenger. Keeps their 1-drop. Interesting. So they must really have a way to utilize the double spell that they want to do here soon. Three prowess for 4 that makes a treasure when it enters. Pass. Okay. I guess now... Yeah, let's go ahead and search for a land since we drew another one, and then we'll go for this play. Okay. Okay. Whenever you cast your second spell, each turn this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, they should have done that in the reverse order. They would have been able to make a 3/4 instead. 1 damage to me is not super relevant here, but that turning into a 3/4 scry one certainly seems like it was a better play. So we attack for 4. Now the question is, do we let this trade happen? I think we do, because we're just going to play out a 3/3 flyer that's lethal, and they have no cards in their hand that we know can disrupt it. So they have to top deck a flyer or a removal spell, and that ain't going to cut it. Alright, GG's. You may hit me. You may say I didn't end the game at 20. Yeah, why are we still playing here? Go, ABZAN. 2-0. So, like all of these pre-release events, I am not going to most likely finish this event to its natural completion. I'm going to record about an hour and then call it there regardless of where we are. That way I can try to... you know what? I'm going to pitch the removal and just go creature curve. That way I can record enough content between the lull period of when this event goes down and when the set formally drops for everybody. Alright, we're going to do the removal check. We're going to play that turn 3 Warden. Make 2 goblins. That's kind of annoying. Alright. This card's insane. I guess if I don't find an untapped land or a castable creature, it's not actually going to do anything. But... there it is. Good beats. Didn't hit the untapped land anyways. I almost wonder, because there's so much good removal available, especially to every single color, it's possible you're supposed to sandbag the Warden till later. Oh, Nariv is really good. The creature you control that entered this turn would deal damage. It deals twice that much damage, so it's really insane with Mobilize, but it's also a 4/5 flying for 4. Mana efficiency, I'm supposed to just play the 4/4 reach out here, take a hit for 4, and then be able to detain or maybe go for the exhale on the Nariv. Sure. I mean, they have removal, they have removal. Sack a token, draw a card. This card is also insane with, whatchamacallit. Mobilize effects. Is this 6 mana 4/3 that costs 1 less for each creature you control, and when it enters, draws a card? Oh, that card's really good. Okay. If you cast it mill 4, when you do, return target creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So we can get back our sexy dragon here. Or not dragon, sexy Hydra here. Sack a token, draw a card. I like that. Means they're in need of business. Though, once again, I don't have any follow-up. Destroy target creature. Create 2 1/1 red warriors with haste. Sack them at the beginning. Wow. Sick. Jeez, our opponent's just on mono removal. Okay. That is brutal. Are we holding at 3 life? Adorned Crocodile. 5 mana, 5/3. When it dies, make a 2/2, and then renew, exile, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. Well, I died a removal here. Do they have any more? They've already cast, what, 4 removal spells? 3 removal spells? Ooh, the successor. All right. Can we stabilize? The Pummeler can put 2 1/1 well, I guess 3 1/1 counters with the successor, technically, and give reach. Uh-oh. 1/3 menace with mobilize. Brutal. I'm not dead on board, but die to a stiff breeze here. What the hell is this thing? When it enters, destroy a non-basic land an opponent controls. Its controller searches for a basic land post on the battlefield. It's tapped with a stun counter. Yikes. My successor does have reach, but I need to draw a spell here. Clearly. Okay, our third forebear. Caustic, yeah. I do get my other forebear back. That ain't gonna oh man, the Earth Carver with triple forebear is kind of hot, but not good enough. Alright, well, we got crushed by infinite removal. Jeez Louise. That's what I'm talking about, though. Yeah. Like, as good as the Hydra is, every single pool is going to have, most likely anyways, at least a handful of removal spells, because there's an exhale in each color, right? So if you're playing a 3-color deck, you have 3 different chances at 3 different commons, just for starters. Okay, I'm going to keep this on the draw. We need to find a black source. But if we do, it is P good. Oh, they have the Lay of the Land Dragon? Yeah, the Lay of the Land Dragon. What's Roost Seek. Hey, black source. Okay. We have got a plan. There's the Earth Carver. And even another black source. Sack another creature, put a 1/1 counter. Okay, they are on the Sultai plan. Oh no! Removal check! Oh no! Golly. And just like that, we die. Turn 3 Warden, and I don't have the removal. Oh boy. Like, instantly, they play any creature, they either get a 3/3 or extra 3/1/1 counters, and how unbeatable is that? On turn 4. Sick. Ugh. Like, if they have 2/2 drops, I just instantly lose. Maybe if they only have 1 creature, I can still pull this out, but that is sick, dude. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm dumb. I did not read this card correctly, and I'm glad I read that now, or at least I'm glad it triggered. It's based on the number of counters. Gotcha. Gotcha. Not the power of the creature. All right. Comprehension level -5. Gotcha. Okay. I feel a lot better. It's not as insane of a snowball. It's just very good. So on the first turn, assuming it only has kept its 1 counter, yeah, you're only going to get 1 Endure. Okay. Okay. Draw 3, discard a card. It costs 2 less if you cast another spell this turn, and they cast a worthy cost, sacrificing the token to exile my successor. I like it. Alright, let's play out our Road Watcher and hope we hit a non-forebear. We hit an Earth Carver. I could have just jammed out the Vanguard, but they just drew a bunch of cards, so I'm kind of hoping they use a removal spell or something first on one of these other things. Sidisi, uh-oh. Sack a creature you control with mana value X other than Sidisi. Return target creature card with mana value X+1 from your graveyard to the battlefield. So if they sack a 2, they can grab a 3. Okay, that doesn't really do anything right now. Depending on if they block with their Death Toucher this turn will determine what I'm doing with the Vanguard. And I guess I am just going to make a 2/2 with it. wonder if they have the +3/+3 or kill. Oh wait, no, it's kill a flyer, not an enchantment. Oh, I ran into this with one of my other pools. Oh, they could have killed the enchantment. Yeah. 4 mana flash. Choose one when it enters. Gain 3, surveil 3. Destroy an enchantment or counter a creature. Brutal. And then 3/3 flyer, gain 3. Yeah, I'm losing. So if they block with their wildling, my attack would have allowed them to get the wildling back by sacking their familiar. We really don't want them to get their familiar back, because then they can kill the detainment. And then start wardening again. Turn target creature with mana value X+1. I just have to make sure I double check, double read cards, because, again, I clearly didn't comprehend what the warden did. X is the number of counters, not the power, Kenji. Okay. I was going to say that's a little aggressive to attack with more than that. Nice, 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 nice. Another exile. Do we just want to eat the Sidisi? I guess I don't need to. Okay. Get back our dude. So with the Earth Carver, I can sacrifice my Sage and then renew it back and make my Sagu Wildling a 7/7? Is that right? It would put a 1/1 counter, making 2 1/1 counters, and then it would give it an additional 2. Yeah, okay. I think that's the play we're going to go for. Ah, well, that was just a very good draw. Yeah, it's better to kill their creature here first. And then just get rid of the Sidisi. Make them think they might have the Sidisi for longer. Because I think they're trading with the familiar here because they think they're going to be able to sack their merchant off of Sidisi, get back their familiar, you know? And we're going to say, no, no, no. No, no, no. Baited. That's what we say. Baited. Okay, let's sack. Go for lethal. Easy, easy, baby. Let's go. Got some nice synergy popping off there. And improves us to 3-1. This hand is keepable, but it's not good. It's like okay. I have a 2-drop with 3 removal, or 2-drop with 2 removal spells. I think we can do better. This is the same exact hand. Actually, though. This is the same hand. It's traded Exhale for a land. Or rather, vice versa. It's traded a land for Exhale. Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just keep it. Literally the same. Oh, that's good. Turn target creature with mana value 3 or less. Yeah. It's nice that it doesn't specify from the milled cards, like some of the other stuff in the format. A lot less potential punish. My opponent there with the triple tap land start. Nomad, Sandstep, and a Scour. So black-white appears to be partial. Question is the Citadel a splash? Or the Nomad Outpost? Or are they just running it as a black-white land, right? Another tap land. Very nice. Alright, Mardu it is. Underfoot Underdogs. 3 mana 1/2 that makes a 1/1 when it enters, and then it makes a... Yeah, I don't think that card's all that good. Nice, we mill. Oh, that's right. We have 3 forebearers in our deck, so the self-mill can get some really nice hits. Sheesh! The fixing. Oh, they played a green land. Okay, so they're just mass colors here. What is this? Make 3 1/1 spirits. Distribute 3 1/1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 creatures, and then creatures you control gain trample and lifelink. Whoa. I think we're supposed to just get rid of that. We can do that with the leopard, but I assume our leopard's probably better off here, right? An exile means they won't be able to do it. Get it back somehow later. I mean, if they just go like removal, I will die to the tokens. Because certainly 1-for-1 removal, not very strong versus a swarm. Okay, that's good. Let's go spread out. I assume they're going to have some kind of removal here, but if they want to triple block one of the others, that's fine. Sure. My guess is they're not supposed to block. My guess is their best course is for me to try to keep racing, and then maybe they can swarm me out with an extra removal spell or something. Alright, push in 1 damage, you got it. Good draw. Alright, so we can just smack out. Ooh, nice. So let's go, what, like this? That's going to put 2 counters on it. So they can't just double block it. They would have to triple. Smack down the Charlie Brown. Hey, and that Forebears just comes back later, so I'm not even going to worry about using a removal spell. Totally defensible to use a removal spell, though, given how many I have in my hand, but... I can just go for the kill next turn still, right? Four damage to a creature or planeswalker, you gain 2. Sure. I get back my 3/1. And them's the beats. We certainly drew far fewer lands than they did, but I don't think it mattered anyways. Okay, okay. And up to 4-1 we go. Play maybe 1, maybe 2 more matches, and then we'll call it good for this one. Good sampling of the ABZAN deck, I think. I think we mulligan this hand. It's very close. I think on the draw I would keep it, but on the play it's a mulligan. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so we're gonna keep this hand, pitch Forest. We can go turn 1 Blossoming Sands. Turn 2 Leopard. No, I guess it's better to pitch the Plains then. Okay, so turn 1 Blossoming Sands. Turn 2 Forebearer. Turn 3 Wildling for a black source, and then Leopard. Something like that. Oh no, the Endure 1. Make a 1/1 here. Pretty good versus my 3/1. So it would appear they are also on the ABZAN. I will say, the one nice thing about the Kin Guard is that you don't want to be using, or your opponent's not going to want to use removals on it. 3/3 Death Touch. Whenever you attack, target creature gets minus or +X/+X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Okay, so let's just kill that now before they get to attack. And then we can go Maneuver Hoover here and attack for 6. There we go. Probably would not have used that removal spell if we didn't have 2 more in hand, right? Oh, they've got the Road Watcher. They milled a lot of stuff there. Jeez, some scary ones. Thankfully, they can't hit, though. What is this? Whenever this attacks, you lose 1 life, and this endures. Wow! 2 mana, 1/3 flyer. That does that ability is nasty. Hot dang. Oh, not even trading with the Road Watcher, huh? Okay, yeah, I guess I am going to eat the Surveyor. It's not great, because now the only removal spell I have is this attacking or blocking only exhale, but... don't really want to let them get value. I guess we do this, an attack with both, and say I've got not much left here. Okay, priority's yours. They're gonna give it +2/+2 lifelink and hexproof. Okay, well, now we definitely fire this off. Absorb Essence, which is the omen half of the Purging Stormbrood. Okay. Ooh, okay. They're gonna exile my enchantment to get back their Surveyor, but now that's risky. While they can make a 1/1 token, they're losing a life. This puts a 1/1 counter on something, so we get to put a 1/1 counter on the Forebearer. Means they don't get to double block that. My opponent has some problems here. If there's a Wrath, I get to return the Forebearer to my hand. I guess they're just dead, huh? Alright, good stuff. Well, I've been doing a clean sweep here in these pre-release early access events. I think we've gone 5-1 or 5-0 or something in every one so far. So, not bad. Good showing for the ABZAN. We'll call it there. Again, you're going to get 2 seeded packs and 4 regular ones, so you should have some pretty good fixing, given that... and this maybe is just luck, but I've always had at least one of the clan tri-lands per seeded pack. I don't know if they were opened in them necessarily, but I would believe that you get one of your clan's lands in each seeded pack, so you're going to end up with at least 2. There's going to be a ton of removal in this format. Remember, each color has an exhale, and it's all removal at common, so if your opponent's playing 3 colors, you can expect them to have at least 1 exhale. I mean, probably at least 2 even. But yeah. Sealed still holds true. I think this format is going to be higher synergy than necessarily power level, but that's been true of a lot of more recent sets. But usually for Sealed, it's power level, as it's more random. But then again, going back to the seeded packs thing, you're going to have synergies in your clan. So that's a look at ABZAN. We've already done a look at Sultai and what was the first one? Mardu. So expect for tomorrow's video, we will go through Temur and then Jeskai after that. Thanks for watching, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.